Good afternoon and welcome to America's Home Cooking. Somebody said they could not wait to learn how to make deviled ham. I had made it a couple years ago and I'm sure I did a video on it. Maybe I didn't, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to make your own deviled ham. Now I've got 1.5 pounds of a ham butt that I sat there and boiled till tender and let it cool. Diced it up, all right? Which I've already done. This is 1.5 pounds. I have 1.5 pounds of a kielbasa as well. Now I just finished boiling it and it's tender, but it's too hot for me to work with right now. But I've got to take the skin off of it and I dice it up. You also are going to need, by the way, use equal amounts of ham and kielbasa. If you're going to make 1 pound of the ham and 1 pound of the kielbasa, you only need 2 garlics. I put in 4 garlics because I have extra. You don't have to chop them, just peel them and throw them in with the ham. And when the kielbasa is cool, we're going to peel it and dice it up, and then we're going to move forward. Now, I already made my mayonnaise for this. You can buy mayonnaise. I have shown you how to make mayonnaise all last summer in a lot of my videos, and I also did a Pacific one on how to make mayonnaise. So there's a lot of videos on how to make mayonnaise, so I didn't think I would have to show you that. If you need me to show you it, believe you me, in summer I use a lot of mayonnaise, so we'll definitely be making it. So right now it's at a pause. I have the ham, and if you don't believe I've got the garlic, I've got my garlic in here. We also are going to need a food processor because I wonder if you could use a grinder. We might be able to use a meat grinder, maybe. I've never used a meat grinder. Maybe we can, I don't know. I use a food processor, and we're going to run this all through it. Hold on a minute. Scammers calling all the time, written right up there, and they still call. So when the kielbasa is cool enough that I can handle it, I will take the casing off of it, which is the intestines, because it was packed in intestines. We're going to take the intestines off and take all that meat out and dice it, and we'll start in on the food processor and get this going. And when you see how easy it is to make, you're going to be surprised. All right, so I'm going to have to put you on pause for at least a half hour to give this kielbasa enough time that I can handle it. Okay, it's cool enough. It's still warm, but I can still handle it. I'll turn you down so you can see it. I cut it in 3 pieces. What you're going to do is just peel it. When you're completely done peeling the skin off, we'll move to the next section. I'll do one for you. Then I'll put you on pause so you don't have to watch me do this. I used to get my kielbasas from Eagle Provisions, but the taxes and the way the city is just killing businesses left and right. You could find anything in New York City. Now I have to sit there and say you can find anything on Amazon. Things that I used to buy at one store now I can't find. I have to go somewhere else. When you have a good thing going, don't mess it up, you know what I mean? That's how I look at life. I mean, I have a phone, I have a cell phone. I don't even know how to work it, all of it. They give me a regular phone on the wall, or a princess phone with dials. I know exactly what to do with that phone. You're gonna have to cut this in pieces as you do this and put it with the ham and the garlic. We're going to need some black pepper, but you sort of judge how much black pepper, because they used to get it just the way I wanted at Eagle Provision when I bought their kielbasa's. But the one in the store seems so bland without it. They put pepper in it, I would be shocked. So now it's an extra step that I have to sit there and put pepper in my deviled ham. Yes, if you make a good kielbasa and you've got pepper in it, you do not have to add it. That's why I want to get a smoker. But I got so much I have to do before I can do any of that. I'd love to show you how to smoke this stuff. I don't have a grill because my husband did the grilling. I've never been the griller outside. To me, it's just another oven I would have to clean. That's how I look at it. I'd have to clean that. But I know people who never clean their grills. Oh man, we had to clean the grill every time my parents used it. There was no slack in that. And they're talking about, oh my God, gotta use this board, that board. You know, people of today, if you went back and saw how people of my generation ate, you'd say, you eat that? Yeah. We didn't tell our parents what we wanted. I mean, we would lose our lips would be slapped off. I hear children saying, no, you get out of my room and stuff. No, oh. If I told my parents that, I wouldn't have a set of ears. I wouldn't have a face left. Those are bringing up great memories of a time. You know, as much as the young people have so much freedom today, I sort of enjoyed being contained. I think it made me a better person, and as an adult, it has me contained to where I think about other people before I sit there and do something. You just learn to respect. But one thing I can't stand is liars and hypocrites. Oh, that drives me crazy. That's why I said I'll tell you the truth. And sometimes when I see things coming across, I said, no. Like this Manjaro's crap. I've been taking it for about a week, the one that I make. And you know what? When I have it in the morning, I have no hunger. I don't know what it does. All I know is I'm just not hungry. I have to force myself to eat. Really weird. Will weight come off? I don't know. But nothing else, it does curb your appetite. My son tried it and he said, Mommy, I said, I know, vinegar is salty. He said, you drink this? I said, yeah. How long are you going to stay on it? You know, you're not fat. I said, I know, but I figured I'll give it a good month and see what happens. You know? We'll just find out. If nothing happens, that means those other things that they wrote in very fine print down at the bottom were part of it, and they're not telling us. So, we'll just find out one way or another. And if it works, I will let you know. I can tell you one thing. The Manjaro that I make from scratch might not be their ratio. It's my ratio. I am not hungry. I ate at 10 o'clock this morning. It's 1 o'clock now. I'm not hungry. I doubt I'm going to be hungry in 4 hours, so we'll see how it goes. but I had a nice meal. I ate my duck. We're finishing up that casserole from yesterday. Okay, I'm done slicing this. I'll put you on pause and I'm gonna go get my food processor, my peppercorns, and my mortar and pestle so we can get this going. So I will be back. Okay, I have my food processor here. Am I gonna put it all in? Oh, yes I am. The garlic, kielbasa, the ham, and it should blend it up quite nice. Better do it in 2 batches, I think. Now you're making me think maybe this is too much. I should put just so much in and no more. So we'll do 2 batches. No, I don't need that. Do not plug this in till you get this locked in, because it could turn on you in a hurry. These are a lot of safety mechanisms that you must have. Wasn't that difficult? This is what it looks like in the can until you add everything to it. And you know they charge you an arm and a leg for that little tiny can of deviled ham. And it's just a kielbasa and a ham, but boil it and take care of it. Skin the kielbasa, chop the meat up into squares if you wish, just chunk it, and some garlic. You probably have to add some pepper. I'm going to be adding some pepper to mine. I have my peppercorns already ground. It smells so good. Just like the first time I made it. And you're saying, you're making a lot. Yes, I am. One of my sons is coming home. He's been gone a week. He likes to snack a lot. And he comes in hungry. So I want to make sure that there's food for him to snack on if I'm not cooking right away. And then I'll let you know how I serve this when I'm done. Okay, now I've got a big bowl. I am putting in approximately, because I like extra pepper on mine, I'm going to add about a teaspoon and a half. Maybe just a teaspoon. I don't know. Leave this here. I need a spoon. Mix it up. Now, because the meat's already smoked, you really don't have to add salt to this. I know some people like to mix it with pickles and everything else. I like mine with just mayonnaise and the black pepper on it. Now, how I serve it is I'm going to serve it with, I can serve it with crackers or make some French bread, thin slice it, broil it on one side and broil it on the other. And it's nice and crunchy like a cracker, and spread this on to it. I'm just going to do mayonnaise here. How much mayonnaise do you add? God, that just depends on you and your taste. You might want to put scallions with this. I've heard pickles and eggs go into this. But this is how I just enjoy it. So if you want to experiment in adding things with it, you can. You can also, if you're having a light party, you can sit there and mold this into a mold. Put crackers and raw vegetables around it. Or they can, you know, this is great stuffed in celery sticks. That's another way I like to do it. I cut the celery sticks about this big, and that lovely hue that it has, pack it in. I might use just about all of this when I'm done because I did make a lot. How did I get that in there? You know, this is not going to work like this. I'm sorry. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. My hand. But yeah, we're going to need more mayonnaise. I might use all of it before I'm done. Right on my shoe. Wouldn't you know that? Like just about where it's going to be. And I'll taste it for pepper. Knowing me, I think I'm going to be adding more pepper to it. But I know people do different things with it, but mine, I just leave it like this in the refrigerator and it's gone before a week is up. And this might be a nice breakfast tomorrow with toast for me. A nice breakfast if I'm hungry, if I ever get hungry. Okay. More black pepper. So I gotta get some more black pepper in this. You have the lovely smokiness of the kielbasa. Let me get this in the refrigerator too. I spilled it everywhere. No, but if I serve this like a buffet, I would also have deviled eggs in it. I want to make truffle deviled eggs. I'm having a hard time finding what I need. I might have to go to Amazon. Like they say, there's like 6 or 7 things that are extremely expensive. category. I know saffron is. I bought that little bottle and I was shocked how much I paid for it. Now this should be just right for me. Now, I used 1.5 pounds of one meat and 1.5 pounds of the other. And you know 1 pound is 125 grams of protein. So how much is in this? Just like this? 375. How many people do you think you could feed with this? Start calculating. Pretty good. Now, you might want to add more salt to it. Adjust accordingly to your flavor that you want, but this is the basics. What you buy in a can, this is what you buy in those inky dinky little cans. Now, if you don't want to sit there and make a whole lot, you could take 1/2 pound of a kielbasa and 1/2 pound of a ham butt, and you can make a smaller amount for a smaller crew. I just happen to have big eaters, so I have to think large. Well, I remember my mother buying that can, and she would try to build up on it. If I had scallions, I might dice some scallions in it. I don't know why I'm thinking of that. But I like serving this with different deviled eggs, and I wanted to try it with truffle deviled eggs. But I went to the store and I found the truffle part of the recipe, but they didn't have the other truffle, and I'm assuming I'm going to pay a good $40, and I'll probably get this stinky little bottle. So that means I'm going to have to save up for it. Anyway, you take care and have a great day, and this is how you make a simple, very simple deviled hams. You can add other stuff too if you want, but this is the basics, the whole foundation to how you want yours. Okay? Bye-bye.